sesi Fireside Chat ini akan dimoderatori langsung oleh President Director and CEO GoTo Group Bapak Patrick Waluyo, dan pembicara yaitu The Minister Bapak Erick Thohir, Menteri BUMN Republik Indonesia, serta Founder and CEO Nvidia Mr. Jensen Huang.
Please round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Kami undang untuk berdiri, kita sambut bersama Bapak Erick Thohir. Ada juga jauh-jauh dari Taiwan Bapak Jensen Huang. Tentu saja Bapak Patrick Waluyo.
The moment that we've been waiting for finally here on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, so without any further ado, Bapak Patrick, the stage is yours.
Jensen, welcome to Jakarta.
Thank you.
First of all, yes, I have to keep my phone on because the President Prabowo just landed in Peru and he would like to talk to you.
Okay.
So I was under the strict instruction to keep my phone on in case he calls. But again, Jensen, it's a great honor for us to be here with you. You came all the way to Jakarta. We have a big audience here. And again, you're the leader of the AI revolution. We cannot be happier to have you here. So thank you once again. So when I was preparing for this, I researched to find something in common about you and Indonesia, and I want to find one here. The color of my company and Indonesia and India, right?
Indonesia and India.
And GoTo has our biggest shareholder is SoftBank, Masayoshi Son.
Very good friend.
He was your biggest shareholder. The only difference is that he hasn't offered to lend me money to buy GoTo. So when you see him, please tell him to consider that. Jensen, we are in the dawn or in the middle of the AI revolution. As we discussed at the backstage, Indonesia is now growing at about 5% per year. The president wants to accelerate the growth to 8%. And Indonesians are actually digital savvy. This is the biggest market for TikTok, and this is the biggest market for Instagram, and one of the biggest for Google, and we can continue and so forth. But we have not taken GoTo, thank you. But we have not taken the stakes as developers, as producers. Maybe you can tell a little bit, what is the advice that you can give to Indonesia so that we can be part of this revolution, not only as users or as consumers, but also part of the ecosystem, if you will.
First, the country needs to understand that intelligence is both, the production of intelligence is both an opportunity as well as an imperative. On the one hand, it's an opportunity because it's a whole new industry. This is the first time in history where we are going to produce one of the most valuable commodities, one of the most valuable assets the world's ever known, intelligence. And we can produce it at scale, meaning we can manufacture it as an industry. We now have the technology necessary to manufacture intelligence. And so as an opportunity for a nation that has access to energy, has access to a local market because of the nearly 300 million people in your society, this is an incredible opportunity. It's also a mandate, it's an imperative because no country can afford to have its natural resource, the data of its people, be extracted, transformed into intelligence, and imported back into the country. That doesn't make sense. You have to own your intelligence. You cannot outsource your intelligence. And so whether you look at it from a perspective of opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create and be part of a new industry, or an imperative to control your own nation's intelligence, however you think about it, it is vital you engage the market. It is vital that Indonesia AI becomes one of your most important national initiatives. And so I'm delighted to see AI Day in Indonesia. Yeah, this is really a big deal.
This actually resonates because about 5 years ago, Indonesia started the journey of developing our nickel resources to develop EV batteries, and we are now the largest producer of EV battery components. So my question to Eric as a government, I think Jensen is spot on. One of the biggest resources that we have is our data, our population, and how does the government see this? How would the Indonesian government support the AI development, hopefully with in partnership with NVIDIA?
Yeah, of course. Welcome to Indonesia. Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you. It's always, we open up for Indonesia to do collaborations with the world class.
Mr. Football.
Mr. Wang, so I believe Mr. Wang. President Prabowo has massive programs, and President Prabowo do understand the strength and also the challenge about our nations. You mentioned before we have a big population, almost 700 million, and will keep increase until 350 million in the next 10 years. So this potential can be also the witness if we, as a country, this is why Mr. Prabowo want to make sure, back to basic, how we can give our people a space to be natures as a strong human capital, so can be ready for the workforce, for the futures. This is why one of the program actually, he wants to give access, better nutrition for early stage of our students. At the same time, to make sure they give also not only the physical, but also the mind. This is why we make also announcement. Education and health are very important to be the foremost for Indonesian development for the futures. If you look at President Prabowo statement, we have to bring back math is the most important subject in the school. At the same time, he wants to implement digitalizations in early days. So this is something I would say, the back to AI. We understand AI should be friendly to human nature. It's not something that we should afraid of, but it's important. Indonesia need to be ready for AI also, to be friendly, to be company of AI. And our people need to understand the use of AI. Otherwise, one not ready for AI, they will lose jobs. This is why actually, again, like Patrick said, we want to be not just based on consumption in terms of our growth economy, but also be part of the processors. This is why it's very important you to be present here to help us for your knowledge and your also investment either in Indonesia. This is something that you be part of our ecosystem for now and the futures. You can be the lighthouse that we set up here in Indonesia. So once again, thank you.
So Jensen, at Goto, about 6 months ago, we decided to develop our own large language model, which we are doing with Indosat, which you will help launch. Sahabat AI. And we started this development in partnership with AI Singapore.
Is Sahabat related to Bahasa?
Sahabat is an Indonesian word for commute or brotherhood or friendship.
Friendship or
Brotherhood. And when we started this journey with AI Singapore 6 months ago, there was a high official from a developed country who asked a question to me: why are we developing this? Why don't we just use foreign established brand like OpenAI? They have a lot more resources, they have all the data. What does Indonesia have in terms of talent pool and whatnot? I want to ask you, do you think we are crazy in doing this? Because for us, we feel that we need to be part of it. We need to experience it, and also to give opportunities for Indonesians to be part of the development. So this model is open source. It's available for everybody. But I just wanted to get your comment whether we are crazy, or this is actually useless, or this is something that you think is important.
It's not crazy. It's in fact essential. It is not crazy at all. It is absolutely essential that Indonesia build your own AI. How could Indonesia not build your own intelligence? On first principles, it makes no sense. Now the question is, for what reason does the world feel that AI is so expensive to do? It does require infrastructure. There's no question about that. However, the infrastructure, the technology is moving so fast, it's improving so fast. So long as you're not right at the bleeding edge, you're near the front, near the frontier, off the frontier, the cost of building AI is dramatically less. It is essential for Indonesia to own, to develop, to improve the national intelligence for its people. One of the things that's really important to realize is that AI is the best chance in the history of computing to close the technology divide. And let me prove it to you. The vast majority of the audience today don't know how to program a computer. The vast majority. The vast majority don't know how to program C++. But everyone in this room knows how to program artificial intelligence. All you have to do is try it. You can try ChatGPT, you can try Gemini, you can try Claude, and it is incredibly easy to use. The reason why it's easy to use is because it's intelligent. And if you're not sure how to use it, all you have to do is say, how do I use AI? And it will tell you how to use it. No software in history has ever been this easy to use. Now, all of a sudden, everyone is a computer programmer because of artificial intelligence. We have closed the technology divide. The technology, of course, is complicated, but using the technology for your power is not. And as you mentioned earlier, Eric, you're not going to lose your job to AI. You will lose your job to someone who uses AI. That is vitally important to realize. So on the one hand, Patrick, on the one hand, AI is so easy to use. On the other hand, AI is so vital to use because you want to lift yourself. This is the greatest opportunity for Indonesia to lift its people.
And some presidents online. Ladies and gentlemen, the president live from Peru.
I think Patrick hung up on the president.
Video call. Yep. Listen. Yes, can somebody turn off the microphone, please? Yeah.
Biar bisa komplain.
Your ministers are taking wonderful care of you. I'm here to celebrate Indonesia's AI Day. This is a very important moment in technology, and it's also a very important moment for Indonesia to take advantage of this extraordinary technology, this extraordinary breakthrough. It's important for Indonesia's image. Yes.
Jensen, thank you for that. For those who did not have the
Excuse
opportunity,
me, I think the answer is, excuse us, we have to take a
and on behalf of our critical nation, we thank you for your personal contribution Ms. Jensen made a personal contribution to help the victims of the volcanic eruption in Eastern South. Jensen, as the President mentioned in the call just now, one of the key focus of his government is agriculture. Indonesia today is trying very hard to be self-sufficient in production of food, but more importantly is also to alleviate the prosperity of our farmers. Since this idea was brought up by him, maybe you can share your thoughts as to how AI can help Indonesia advance the agricultural sector here.
Agriculture, modern agriculture is called ag tech. A great deal of technology is involved in advancing agriculture yield, crop yield, managing disease, maximizing the profit and prosperity of farmers. All of that requires technology today. And it benefits the larger companies. It benefits large agriculture companies. With artificial intelligence, the fact that Indonesia is so well integrated with internet, almost everyone has access to internet and to cellular technologies. It is possible for every farmer to have access to the most advanced technologies through artificial intelligence. Some cameras, some phones, access. They became super farmers and promote their yield, their crops, distributors, and get the best possible price from it. I think that artificial intelligence will democratize technology for everyone. It is really the great equalizer. Everyone has access to knowledge. Everyone has access to technology. Everyone has access to intelligence. It is the great equalizer. You know that today, all of the world's information, all of the world's knowledge is on the internet. It's so incredibly hard to access. With an AI, they can teach you, a personal tutor. If you would like to be world-class agriculture technology innovator and apply the latest knowledge in agriculture to your own farming, all you have to do is ask an AI. And so that capability is in the hands of every farmer.
Our farmers will have AI agents to advise them how to improve their yield and so forth. So thank you for that. But Eric Jensen mentioned something that's important, which is about infrastructure. Indonesia actually has competitive advantages based on our research. The electricity cost, production cost, is 1/3 of what the U.S. Cost is. What is the government planning to do to accept? You are the boss of PLN and all these big companies, Pertamina and whatnot. What is the government planning to do to accelerate the development of AI infrastructure?
Regulations. I think with the one moving forward with new green electricity right now, electricity, I think it's important for us as a government to push some of the transition faster. We have a big potential as countries. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have potential around 3,680 gigawatts. This is consists about from hydro, from wind, from solar. So we have a huge potential for green electricities. But again, if your GPUs, NVIDIA, can help us to make sure the delivery of this green electricity in the more calculative way, that is, because it's very important for us to make sure that when we support on green electricity, it's not only for the industry, but also is for the people can be consist to have this electricity at the same time. So this is why actually at this moment, we as the government, we are on the consolidating our data together from the Ministers of Health, the Ministry of Educations, our social security administrators to be under one, what we call indigenities. So if we can be success from the help of our partners all over the world, this is something the key actually can be more effective and efficient. We can be supporting on the industry sides. We also pushing a lot of building data centers. I heard Indonesia gonna build data center in Papua, excellent. But at the same time, this is something that we need more data centers in Indonesia to support the AI developments.
It's really important that you recognize the importance of infrastructure. Remember, this is a new industry, a new type of infrastructure. Just as the internet was the infrastructure of communications, the infrastructure of access to each other and access to information. There's a new infrastructure here now. And this infrastructure is the infrastructure of intelligence. Infrastructure of communications was built on top of the infrastructure of energy, infrastructure of transportation was built on top of infrastructure of manufacturing. All of these different infrastructures layer on top of each other and advance society. This infrastructure of intelligence is going to put in the hands of every child a personal tutor. It's going to put in the hands of every single village their own nurses and doctors. This infrastructure of intelligence needs to first be built. On top of that infrastructure, it's just like you had to build the infrastructure of the internet here. And Indonesia was one of the most advanced of the Southeast Asian countries to build internet infrastructure. If not for the internet infrastructure, Goto wouldn't be possible. Isn't that right?
Correct.
And so this incredible company that was built of incredible value was built on top of an infrastructure. We're now going to build a new infrastructure, and on top of it, a whole bunch of startups, a whole bunch of new capabilities and services for the society to be possible.
We have 3.1 million driver partners today who would otherwise not have the opportunity to earn the money that they
You created a wonderful service for society. You created wonderful jobs for 3.1 million people.
Yes. And we
Not
can't
to mention everything's more convenient.
and we have not harnessed the full potential of AI yet. So when that comes, we can the things are efficient.
That's right.
Even with government programs, because as a country, we still recognize public service obligations. This is something also that we need to be efficient, reduce corruptions. This is why President Prabowo also wanted to introduce clean governments in the last couple of months.
And just as the last infrastructure of the internet spoke HTML, this new infrastructure is going to speak Indonesian.
Absolutely. And all the data.
That's the amazing thing.
So, Jensen,
The technology is complicated, but its benefit is not.
He has a direct access to this president already, I think.
now, this is actually a follow-up question. There are a lot of young Indonesians watching us today, and there will be more watching from the recording. You are like an engineer. I studied the issues engineering, which is industrial engineering. But what is the advice that you would have to young Indonesians who are watching this session today as to how they would be best positioned to capture the full potential of AI?
Well, if for all the young people in Indonesia, I would say, of course, your education is still vital. Science, math, the liberal arts, all super important, and I would dedicate yourself to be as good of a student as you can be. However, 100% of young people today use the internet. That's because the internet became pervasive. At the time, 20 years ago, when the internet was still just beginning, a lot of people didn't realize the internet was going to be so integral to your lives. Just remember, 100% of the young people today should engage AI. AI is your future. It is going to be integrated into every part of your lives. For the young people, I'm so excited for you because you're going to grow up with your own tutor. Imagine your own Aristotle, your own teacher. This teacher will live with you your whole life. It will grow with you for as long, as you go through your life journey. And it will bring information to you. It will teach you. It will be your tutor. And I think that when you realize the incredible ease of access of the technology, its magical powers, you will surely be empowered by it. And so use AI to lift you. Use AI to supercharge you. Use AI to go as far as you can.
Please, Eric.
I do want to answer.
Are you going to ask about how AI going to help the national team?
Correct. This is what. So I want to ask with AI, because the landscape of sport industry might be changed in the future. So you have a thought for that, because at the same time, football is very important for our country at this moment.
Well, you're going to use AI to, of course, broadcast football. Okay? You're going to use AI to help broadcast football. There are so many games going all the time, but it's impossible to have a very professional broadcaster for every game. In the future, every single game will have wonderful broadcasters. It will go directly to the right player, it will go directly to the right moment in the sport, and it will create a short little summary for every single game in Indonesia, and everyone can play every game. And so that's, of course, right around the corner. This technology is here. You could, of course, use AI to help analyze your favorite athletes so that they can improve their game. You can also use AI to maybe help you critique your strategy so that you could be a more successful team. There's a lot of different ways to use AI. And good luck to the Indonesian soccer team. Yeah, good luck.
We get on March 20
Go Indonesia
as a statistic.
football. Go Indonesia football.
The only thing that is as important as AI is in Indonesia today is for the national team to qualify to the World Cup.
Yes. Go Indonesia.
Yes, it's been wonderful. Thank you very much. We learned a lot from you, and we hope that this is only the first of many visits that you will make to Indonesia. As President Prabowo said, that he invited you to come back and make Indonesia your second home. So again, on behalf of the Grateful Nation, thank you very much, and also for your personal contribution for the volcanic eruption victims. So really appreciate it.
Thank you, Patrick. Congratulations on Goto. Congratulations. Eric, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's give a big round of
Yeah.
applause for the three
Give
gentlemen.
them a round of
Please stay on stage.
applause.
Please stay on stage as we'd like to proceed with the launch of Sahabat AI that was talked about in the session. What is Sahabat AI anyway? So we'd like to invite Pak Patrick, Mr. Jensen Huang, dan juga Pak Erick Thohir untuk bersama-sama kita ke tengah panggung ke sini. Di sini udah ada cancer dan pedestal yang kita akan nanti launch bersama-sama. Apa itu Sahabat AI?
Yeah. And we would like to invite to please come up on stage Bapak Vikram Sinha. A round of applause everybody. Yeah, to please come and join the gentleman right here on stage. And we are going to start the inauguration Sahabat AI.
Sebelum kita memulai, kita ingin memberikan konteks lebih dahulu. Apa sih sebenarnya Sahabat AI? Jadi, Sahabat AI merupakan ekosistem Large Language Model or LLM. Nah, Large Language Model adalah teknologi AI untuk memproses dan memahami bahasa secara tepat dan akurat. Nah, ini juga sebuah inisiatif yang melambangkan komitmen dua perusahaan karya anak bangsa untuk mendorong kedaulatan digital di Indonesia. So, ladies and gentlemen, in front of you, these are four distinguished gentlemen that will inaugurate the Sahabat AI. Pak Vikram is on the yellow canister. It embodies the commitment to empowering Indonesia. Let's give a round of applause for Pak Vikram. Mr. Jensen Huang, thank you so much for flying away all the way to Indonesia with the turquoise canister. It symbolizes collaboration spirit. Thank you so much, Mr. Jensen Huang. Boleh dong kita beri
Berikan juga tepuk tangan. Even though I know it's kind of hard because all the people already hold their, of course, smartphone to get ready for this beautiful and precious moment.
Yes, let me continue with Bapak Erick Thohir. is on the red canister. It
Yes.
symbolizes preserving Indonesian language. Boleh kita beri aplaus yang meriah sekali lagi.
And last but not least, yes.
Silakan Mel, Pak Patrick Mel. Green canister personalization services. Boleh kita beri aplaus
Right.
untuk Pak Patrick.
Baik, Bapak Ibu, kita akan segera melakukan prosesi inaugurasi Sahabat AI. Sebagai informasi, Sahabat AI ini merupakan sebuah inisiatif yang melambangkan komitmen dua perusahaan karya anak bangsa untuk mendorong kedaulatan digital Indonesia.
So this is how we do it. We put or we insert the canister into the pedestal hole.
Yeah.
So there's a point in front of you and we put the canister into the pedestal on our countdown. Let's do it together, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Let's give once again a round of applause, of course. Sahabat AI officially launched a symbol of independence and sovereignty in artificial intelligence, leveraging local AI ecosystem, unlocking global opportunities.
And now I'd like to take a photo of. Please stand in front of the canister if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. Dear gentlemen, please stand in front of the
Yeah.
pedestal as we'd like to take a
Photo
photo of.
together, ya.
Yes.
Silakan Bapak Ibu, ya, untuk mengabadikan momen yang begitu luar biasa. We are going to give the opportunity to all of you to take this beautiful moment, precious moment. Take a picture together. These four gentlemen right here on stage.
Dalam sesi foto yang pertama, kami juga turut mengundang would like to invite the developers from 10M, AI Singapore, and Democratic AI to please come on stage to join the photo op.
Ada yel-yelnya baru sekali. Wow.
Sekali lagi, would like to invite developers from 10M, AI Singapore, and Democratic AI to join the gentlemen on stage for photo ops.
Ya. Baik, silakan teman-teman boleh diabadikan.
Sekali lagi Bapak Ibu, Sahabat AI akan memberdayakan masyarakat Indonesia dengan menyediakan model bahasa Indonesia dan daerah yang dikembangkan menggunakan NVIDIA AI yang memiliki pemahaman mendalam tentang konteks lokal dan relevansi budaya. Ini akan sangat berguna untuk membantu masyarakat di perbankan maupun public service
Betul
untuk
sekali.
berkomunikasi dengan AI dengan bahasa kita sendiri.
Betul sekali,
Indonesia dan
bahasa
daerah.
ibu kita. Berikan tepuk tangan sekali lagi yang paling meriah, yang pegang smartphone gak apa-apa ya. Yang paling penting kontennya dapet ya. Karena konten itu sesuatu yang sangat penting hari-hari ini.
Dan Sahabat AI juga merupakan kerjasama dengan pelaku lokal di Indonesia. Kami mengundang perwakilan dari kampus di Indonesia sekarang dari UGM,
Yes.
UI, ITB, dan IPB.
Silakan bersiap-siap untuk mulai naik ke atas panggung.
Dan juga rekan-rekan media yang membantu mengembangkan AI dan
Yes.
memaksimalkan
Betul sekali.
akurasi dari bahasa daerah dan Indonesia.
Republika serta Kompas, Gramedia kami undang untuk mulai naik ke atas panggung. Silakan.
Ini adalah bentuk kolaborasi kerjasama public and private sectors in creating Sahabat AI. Of course, we empower Indonesian people and help us to go to the next level in terms of technology.
Betul sekali, luar biasa sekali, dan mudah-mudahan ini juga bisa membantu tentunya di hari-hari ke depan. Seperti disampaikan sebelumnya, kita bukan hanya sebagai victim, tapi juga menjadi tempat di mana untuk bisa memajukan banyak sektor yang dibutuhkan oleh masyarakat Indonesia.
Ini adalah tonggak penting menjadi dalam memperkuat kedaulatan digital Indonesia dan juga melestarikan kekayaan bangsa serta warisan budaya bagi Indonesia maupun
Thumbs
dunia.
up, all gentlemen, thumbs up, everybody, and give the best smile. Bapak boleh angkat jempol, yes, oke, mantap. Berikan tepuk tangan yang paling meriah sekali lagi, telah resmi launch Sahabat AI pada siang hari ini. Ini adalah momen yang sangat ditunggu-tunggu Bapak Ibu, dan terima kasih untuk support Anda semuanya ya.
Kami
Terima
bersama
kasih.
kembali Bapak-Bapak, terima kasih atas partisipasinya. Let's give a big round of applause
Yes.
once again for the launch of Sahabat AI. Terima
Thank you
kasih.
gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you everybody. Ya silakan Bapak.
Silakan Pak, kami bersilakan kembali ke tempat Anda. Pak Erick, thank you so much. Mr. Jensen Wang, thank you for flying all the way from, if I'm not mistaken, from Taiwan to Indonesia. And Mr. Patrick Walio as well for moderating the session. Very well.
Thank you gentlemen. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank for the collaboration for creating Sahabat AI. This will truly empower Indonesia and help people of Indonesia to make use and optimize the use of AI for the betterment of the country.
Right. Baik, acara kita masih panjang, masih banyak sekali agenda yang akan diberikan dan saya yakin sekali banyak
Yes.
sekali yang bisa didapatkan. Seperti sudah di-mention sebelumnya, begitu banyak agenda yang penuh dengan daging isinya untuk bisa menambah knowledge kita, terutama seputar teknologi AI.
Tadi kita sudah sedikit menyinggung apa itu